My mum is cheating on my dad. If I tell my dad, I'll never see my mum again. For a bit of background information, I'm 16 years, my mum is 52 and my dad is 51. My dad works away during the week and is only home at weekends, so me and my brother, 18 live with just my mom during the week until dad comes home. 3 years ago my dad thought my mum was having an affair after he say she changed a man's name to the name of a female work colleague and confronted her. They made up and nothing else happened, except they said they'd try and heal their relationship. My dad put so much effort into their relationship, going on more trips away, doing more while he was home, calling my mum more, but she didn't change. I hated her for it as I'd always been a daddy's girl. I never looked at my mum the same and have been suspicious of her ever since. Last October me and my brother caught my mum messaging her boss, who she had told us she had a close friendship with. Her boss has a wife and a son who's the school year below me. It was disgusting reading those messages and my heart shattered for my dad. After their arguments the first time, my brother and I were sure they'd get a divorce. Once we told my dad, he went to the guy's house and beat him up and told his wife about their affair. It was horrible. They argued for weeks on end. My mum tried to gaslight my dad into thinking it was his fault, and my dad stupidly believed her even after I told him he should leave her and it would happen again. Well, guess what? It happened again, but only I saw. It was the same guy and I read the messages, on her work phone. They'd met up on my dad's birthday, while he was away at work on his own. I don't know what happened. I didn't tell my brother because I wanted to confront her alone and I didn't want to hurt him unnecessarily. While I was at school I sent my mum and this guy a message saying they either told their partners or I would. That night when I got home they both spoke to me and begged me not to tell anyone and it would stop, and they didn't want their families to fall apart over this. I thought about what would happen if I did tell dad and I'd never get to see my mum again, which is her own fault, but I do still love her despite this. Ironically, my dad had actually messaged the guy the week before I confronted them, saying he'd better be keeping away otherwise he'd kill him. Well, I decided not to tell my dad and I told my mom that if it ever happened again I'd never speak to her, and she thanked me. It was the nicest she's ever treated me. I know it's selfish, but it was nice, especially with how strained mother-daughter relationships can be. I thought it was all over till me and my mom went away last weekend. I looked at her texting someone and she turned the phone away from me. The guy's name was set to Liam, who's another guy she works with, but I recognized the PFP as the guy she'd had the affair with. When she fell asleep I searched his name on her phone and she had sure enough changed his name and started texting him again, but deleted the conversations. I don't know what to do now. Should I tell my dad and split them up for good? Should I confront my mum? Any advice is appreciated, thanks.